Welcome to today's lesson for comparing and contrasting these two stories. So you should have already watched your video on how to write a compare and contrast essay using the point-by-point method. You are not going to be writing an essay, but instead you're going to be completing a graphic organizer, a Venn diagram to compare and contrast different parts of these two stories. So you're going to be using From Bad Boy and also I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid. You are going to use the point-by-point method, which is where if you're going to talk about one idea from Bad Boy, you need to be talking about a similar point in I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid. While they may be different, they still have to kind of be about the same idea. That's the whole purpose of a point-by-point method. When you're completing your Venn diagram, please make sure you're using bullets to list each item. That way it keeps it nice and organized. And again, you want to make sure that each bullet on each slide talks about the same idea from each story. So here's what the Venn diagram looks like that you're going to be completing. You're going to open it up as a PDF document, but you're going to be completing it using Kami. And I know you're familiar with using Kami. The orangish yellow side here, this is all the elements of just From Bad Boy. So these are the things that are only talked about in Bad Boy. And again, you're going to use bullets to list your ideas. This red side here are things that are only relevant for I Was a Skinny Tomboy Kid. And again, you're going to use bullets to list your ideas. And I have to keep pointing out, your first bullet on one side needs to kind of match or talk about the same idea from the first bullet on the other side. And then the second bullet on each side should kind of relate to each other. And as you go on, it needs to continue that way. You can have more bullets on one side than the other, but it's very important that you keep trying to keep your ideas connected and organized. You know, the first bullet to the first bullet, the second bullet to the second bullet. Then in the center here, the darker orange, this is where you're going to talk about the similarities between the two stories. So again, you're going to use bullets to list those ideas. And obviously, you're not going to have, one bullet for Bad Boy, one bullet for Skinny Tomboy Kid. It's going to be one bullet, and it's the same for both stories. Make sure that it's all complete before you turn it in through your Google Classroom.